Hello! If you're a dog owner here in Pataskala, you already know that having a dog is about so much more than just having a pet. It's about really enjoying our community together. So we're going to walk through how to find a great trainer who really gets your dog and our local area.
Just for a second, picture it. You're out on a beautiful local trail, maybe at Infirmary Mount Park, and your dog is just trotting along calmly beside you. No pulling, no lunging, just a nice, relaxed walk. That's the dream, right? Having a dog you can confidently take pretty much anywhere. And that all starts with finding the right training.
So here's our plan. First, we'll talk about what makes training here in Pataskala a little different. Then, we'll help you pinpoint exactly what your dog needs. After that, we'll get into training methods, how to pick a pro, and finally where you can go locally to practice everything you've learned. All right, let's start with our own backyard, because training a dog here isn't exactly the same as training a dog somewhere else, and that's actually a good thing.
Think about it. We have everything from quiet suburban streets to busy park trails. A trainer who understands that, who knows the vibe of Licking and Fairfield counties, can create a training plan that actually works in the real world, not just in a sterile training room. It's all about making life better for you, your dog, and frankly, all your neighbors too.
Okay, now that we've set the scene, it's time to really zero in on what you and your dog need to work on.
Before you even start Googling trainers, this is the most important question you can ask yourself. Are you dealing with a brand new puppy who needs to learn everything, or are you trying to tackle a behavior issue that's been bugging you for a while? Knowing your goal makes the whole search way more efficient.
Your goals could be anything, really. Maybe it's general stuff, like good family manners. Or maybe it's more specific, like stopping the constant leash pulling, the barking, or the jumping on guests. Figuring out exactly what you want to achieve is for sure the best first step.
And then there's the question of how you want to do it. Would private lessons at your house be best, especially for things that happen at home? Or would your dog do better in a group class, learning to focus around other dogs? Each format has its own perks, depending on your dog, your schedule, and your goals.
Okay, next up is a really big topic: training methods. The approach a trainer uses is so important because it really shapes your dog's behavior and your entire relationship.
Today, the gold standard in dog training is positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, actually. You just reward the behavior you want to see more of. This does more than teach commands like sit or stay. It builds a really strong, trusting bond and makes learning fun for your dog.
And here's why that matters. On one side, you have these humane, reward-based methods that are safe and create change that actually sticks. On the other side, you have older, outdated methods that use fear or force. Those can often backfire and make behavior problems even worse. You'll want to find a trainer who sticks to the positive side of this chart.
So, you know what you need, you know the methods to look for. How do you actually go about finding the right person for the job?
Credentials aren't the only thing that matters, but they're a great place to start. They show that a trainer takes their education seriously. For everyday manners and obedience, something like a CPD-TK is a solid certification. But if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious fear or aggression, you might look for a certified behavior consultant, or CDBC.
And please don't ever be afraid to interview a trainer. Ask them directly about their methods. Ask how they'll tailor the training specifically for your dog and your life here in Pataskala. You should feel totally comfortable and confident with their answers before you commit to anything.
Of course, there's always the question of budget. So let's take a look at the typical cost for professional dog training around here. As you can see, the cost can really vary. A 6-week puppy class might run you a couple $100s, but a really intensive board and train program is a much bigger investment. These numbers for Pataskala and Licking counties should give you a pretty good idea of what to expect as you start looking around.
All right, once you've hired your trainer and have a plan, that's when the real work and the real fun begins. And the best place to do it is right here in our community.
You know, good training just makes being a responsible owner so much less stressful. It helps you manage your dog where leashes are required, and it can prevent problems like nuisance barking and might bother the neighbors. It's really all part of being a good member of the community.
And this is the best part. You can use our local parks as your real-life classroom. Go work on those loose leash walking skills on the paths at Central Park. Head over to the Pataskala Bark Park to practice your dog's recall in a safe, fenced-in space. Or take a walk at Infirmary Mound Park to work on focus when there are lots of other distractions around. Because in the end, training isn't just about making your dog follow rules. It's about building a connection that gives both of you the freedom and the confidence to get out and enjoy everything our community has to offer together. We wish you the best of luck on your journey.